I wanna be different, I wanna be changed, till all of me is gone, and all that remains is a fire so bright the whole world can see that there's something different. So come and be different in me.
With Different.Changed. I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas. I'm coming to you today. It's December 31st, 2020. Whew. We made it to 2021 just about, but we made it to the end of 2020. What an incredibly difficult year we have had, but we made it to this point. And so I wanted to come to you guys to do a little bit of reflection from 2020, some of the things I've learned, some of the tools that I used, and as well as thinking forward for 2021. So for 2020, what I learned was that I was important. What I needed was important. I learned that my inner circle had to be tight in order for me to get through the things that I went through. Remember that at the beginning of 2020, I still had like 3 more sessions of chemo to go. And so I was going through my chemotherapy, and I was in remission, and I was getting on new treatments after chemotherapy. And then the pandemic hit, and I had to have my hormone treatments adjusted, which made me even at higher risk because of COVID. I couldn't, follow the regimen that my doctor had put me on. So I had to shift and maneuver, and all of the side effects of doing that. And so when I think back about that, I learned about me, that I was important. I was important enough to press pause on life a little bit, and about all of the chaos that may have been going around, that I needed to take care of myself. And that's the thing that I want to say to you. Self-care is so important. You have to look at what you need and make sure that the people around you understand what you need. It's not that you're being selfish. You're taking care of yourself. You're battling for your life. And even though it doesn't stop, life doesn't stop. You're still a mother. You're still a sister. You're still a friend. You're still a this. But you are a person that is dealing with cancer. You're a person that's going through treatment. You're a person that's trying to find your way in the world of being a cancer survivor. It's a very different world, because here's what you do have to think about. Not only do you have to take care of yourself emotionally, you have to take care of yourself physically. You have got to eat right. And so where everybody else is piling up on sugar, you got to step away from that. Where everybody else is drinking like crazy, you've got to step away from that, because alcohol, again, is one of those situations. It doesn't cause cancer necessarily, but it certainly doesn't help it either. Okay? And so you have to think through the actions that you take. And that means that you're thinking about you. And so I made it my business to watch what I eat. I made it my business to make sure that I exercise on a regular basis. I made it my business to incorporate yoga every day. Prior to this, I was doing yoga kind of sparingly. But for me, yoga is a stress reliever. I learned that about myself. It's a great way for me to start my day. That may not be your thing. That's okay. Learn what your thing is and go about setting things in place to make sure you do those things, that you're consistent. That's important. And making sure your inner circle understands and knows, I have to say no to that. It has nothing to do that I don't want to spend time with you, or nothing to do that, I don't want to do that activity or whatever. It has to do with the fact that I'm a cancer survivor. I am in remission. I have got to take care of myself, because I never want to go through that ever again in life. And that is you getting determined and getting focused to make sure you take care of you. So when I'm thinking about 2020, self-care, positive mental health, a close circle of friends and family who love you and support you in season and out of season. And what does that mean? That means when things are cool to be LaTanya's friend and when it's not so cool to be LaTanya's friend. A real friend is a friend in season and out of season. Okay? So I wanted to kind of stress that to you. Now moving forward to 2021. Woohoo! I want to tell you, this is something that I learned also in 2020, and that is to get a good calendar that has multiple pieces in it to help you plan your year. You know what I'm saying? And so a planner is what you need. Okay, you need something. And now you may be a person that's electronic. I am to a certain extent, but I do like writing. And so this is a tool that I use. This is my calendar and planner for 2021. It says the best is yet to come. And that is what I want to leave with you for 2021. That for you, the best is most definitely yet to come. You just have to own it, and you've got to fight through what you're going through and make up in your mind that I'm going to beat this thing. That's what you've got to decide. Last little thing I want to share with you. Dr. Alicia Briccioli is a person that I follow very closely, and I mentioned a tool of hers from the last time we had a session together. And this is what I'm going to start off on tomorrow. It's the 40 days of decrease. And it talks about going after a hunger that satisfies you from a place of spirituality, growth, and development. And so it is decreasing from stuff that doesn't really matter. You know, that's one thing that 2020 should have taught us. This little stuff, these little arguments, and these little, you know, I wanted to get that sale and I couldn't get that, or I wanted to travel that. None of that matters. Family, life, friends, sustainability. That is what matters. And so this 40 days of decrease talks about that. And it's a bit of a fasting to it, but it's more about thinking through, you know, what really in your life do you need to step away from? And what are the things that you need to really take a hold of? Okay? And so those are the things that I'm going to kind of be focusing on, with other things too. And I'll bring them to you as we get on to the new year. But I wanted to come to you from the last day of the year to say to you, Happy New Year. I wish for you the very best that life has to offer. You deserve it. You are a survivor. You're not a victim. You're a survivor, and you're a fighter, and you're going to make it through. Enjoy your 2021, and I'll be right alongside with you as we go together through this journey. Remember to always be different and remain changed. Happy New Year, everybody.